Hey guys, good morning and welcome to Volume 2 in all keys. I want to first say thank you to the 6 people that we have signed up for this course, and I'm truly grateful that you're trusting me again for another round of all 30 videos, 30 plus videos that are going to come with this. We're going to do lives. Also, you guys know that since I have this iMusicAcademy all access thing we're doing is you're going to get access to, we're going to do technique videos together, chords, jazz, even classical music and things like that. So, all right, let's get right into it for today's lesson. And once again, we're using Volume 2. So make sure you pull out your Volume 2, examples 1 and 2 for today. And what we're going to do is the key of C, C sharp, and D. And just as a reminder, like we always do, is that we're going to make sure we know our C major scale, C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C. We want to go backwards as well, C, B, A, G, F, E, D, C. And remember that Kyle made that sheet for you guys that has the comma after the first 4 notes. And we're going to keep doing repetition, right? C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C. C, B, A, G, F, E, D, C. And pretty soon that's going to start to feel automatic to you guys. Okay, so our first lick, thankfully last week I did several videos talking about this lick. It's the C6 lick. And it connects to the Cruella de Vil lick, right? Da, 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 right? But you go up here, and then you finish with the C major triad in second inversion. So let's go ahead and just break this down and put it into 3 parts. First lick we've actually done in Blues Volume 1, right? We did this. So 1 and 2 and then 3, and that's the first part. 1 and 2 and then 3 and 4 and now the second part, 1 and 2 and then 3 and 4 and then and 4 and then, and all you do is go up with your index finger to get to the minor third to major third. And then you end up with the second part on the 5th note of a C major scale, and the flat 7 is your B flat, right? So let's think about this in terms of our chords. This is a C6, right? For 1, 3, 5, and 6 from a C major scale, no problem there. And then we're going minor third to major third by doing that slide. So we do 1 and 2 and then 3 and 4 and then. So I have another triplet there, 3 and 4 and then. And the next part of the lick is my 5 and my flat 7 of the scale to the F and A, which is kind of like going to the 4 chord just for a minute, F and A. This is a great thing to visualize as we transpose into different keys. So you go up to the 5th and the flat 7th of a C major scale, and then you go to the 4 chord just for a second with the root and the 3rd of an F scale. But which is the 4 chord in the blues, right? A C blues, you say, what's the 4 chord? 1, 2, 3, 4, C to F. And you guys know that by now because we've been doing that over and over. All right, so let's put that together. 1 and 2 and then 3 and 4 and then 1 and 2. And now here you pick up your hand and you're going to give me this part, which is minor third to major third, but holding that G. And notice that that is a C triad in second inversion. So listen to this right here. And look at my hand. I'm doing index finger on the E flat to E. All right, let me play it slowly all the way through, and then we'll keep putting it together and we'll transpose it in just a second. 1 and 2 and then 3 and 4 and then 1 and 2 and 3 and then 4 and then. So I'm even doing a triplet on the very last da da da, 4 and then 1 and 2 and then 3 and 4 and then 1 and 2 and 3 and then 4 and then. And then guess what? It starts over again. So what I hope that you guys are starting to understand is that the way we're doing this repetition, C, D, E, F, comma, G, A, B, C, C, B, A, G, F, E, D, C, you're starting to get where C is automatic. and you can think in C very easily. And as we keep repeating this, and throughout this course, we're going to keep repeating. I'm going to say, hey guys, don't forget, C major is C, D, E, F. Same thing as we go to D flat and D. And from the emails I've been getting from you guys, it's working. And you guys are saying, I'm getting it now. It's starting to sink in. So thank you for the feedback. Thank you for the comments and the emails. Let's go ahead and go to D flat, which maybe used to be a little scary for you guys. Let's go ahead and talk about D flat. And before we go there, let me say this. This is a hard lick, even though it's you can break it down into 3 different sections. For some of you guys, it's going to feel really difficult, even in C. But that's okay, because you know that everything that we're learning is, you can break it down into sections. And I could play this part anywhere, right, in terms of my improvisation. That's one whole lick right there. I can do this, the Cruella de Vil, and everybody can access that lick. The last part of the lick is the C triad in second inversion. We've been spending a lot of time with that second inversion triad, and that's just minor third to major third. So I hope that you understand as we learn these even longer licks and more difficult licks, that you can break them down, and we always do break them down, but you can use them in small bite-sized portions for your improvisation. All right, D flat. Remember that D flat, the scale is D flat, E flat, F, G flat, A flat, B flat, and then C and D flat. Let's do that again. D flat, E flat, F, G flat, A flat, B flat, C, and D flat. We're going to come back down. D flat, C, B flat, A flat, G flat, F, E flat, D flat. Now, in order to get this scale where I can say it going up and down, I need to do the comma. So I do D flat, E flat, F, G flat. I'm going to put a comma. And then I do A flat, B flat, C, D flat. Now we're going to practice that over and over. D flat, E flat, F, G flat, okay? Maybe you're drinking your coffee, boom. You're just thinking in your mind, D flat, E flat, F, G flat. And then you say, all right, I'm going to do the next part. So I'll do first D flat, E flat, F, G flat, A flat, B flat, C, D flat. So now I'm thinking A flat, B flat, C, D flat, A flat, B flat, C, D flat. Now I'm going to go backwards. D flat, C, B flat, A flat. D flat, C, B flat, A flat. Imagine if you just practiced D flat today and you said D flat, C flat, B flat. I said C flat, D flat, C, B flat, A flat. And I got just those 4 notes coming down. D flat, C, B flat, A flat. And then I work on that for a while, and then I'm going to go G flat, F, E flat, D flat. I hope that you see that you can do this, and then you put it all together. D flat, E flat, F, G flat. I'm thinking about the comma there, and then A flat, B flat, C, D flat. D flat, C, B flat, A flat, G flat, F, E flat, D flat. And it's the rhythm of doing it. D flat, E flat, F, G flat, A flat, B flat, C, D flat. D flat, C, B flat, A flat, G flat, F, E flat, D flat. And it will sink in because I'm going to make sure it sinks in. All right, here we go. First thing we have to do is get the minor third to major third to get the D flat 6th part of the lick. 1 and 2 and then 3. Now notice again that this is a hammer-on key. Okay, that should be pretty easy once you get used to the fingering of hammering on that minor third to major third. We've already done this in the first volume. Then you're going to jump up to the minor third of D flat, which is this F flat or E natural, and you go to the third, and then you're going to give me your A flat and your B, which is your 5th and flat 7. So we get to here, and then the G flat and the B flat is the 4 chord in the D flat blues. So you're just thinking about the 1 chord with the 5 and the flat 7 to your 4 chord for just a second. Let me do that again. One and 2 and then 3 and 4 and then 1 and 2. And now the last part of the lick is just minor third to major third, and we go to the D flat triad in second inversion. And even if I just wanted to practice this part, which we should practice, da 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 da. Now let me put the whole lick together. 1 and 2 and then 3 and 4 and then 1 and 2 and 3 and then 4 and then. And the last part, 4 and then. 4, flat 3, major third. You end on the major third, and then guess what? It starts over. Again, with all of these, you want to make sure you break them down. So the first part, the second part is the minor third to major third, and in D flat, I like this fingering. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then I do 3 and 5, or my finger numbers, to 4 and 2. And the last part is 2, 3, da 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 da. Now, if your fingers are a little bit on the wide side and you're having trouble getting from E to F, here's what I want you to do. You can go, we could do 1 on the minor third. You could do 1, and then you could go to your third finger. Okay, that's another way to play. So don't give up. If your fingers don't want to go up in there and play E and F, just start right there. Da-da-da-dum. All right, guys, spend time on that. Let's go ahead and go to D because we still have a lot of material to cover for today. And here we go. D major has 2 sharps. They are F sharp and C sharp. And I want to make sure we know that. D, E, F sharp, G, A, B, C sharp, D. D, C sharp, B, A, G, F sharp, E, D. So you're going to spend some time doing that. And this video is a little bit longer. It's our first video of the new course. And I'm just reminding you and anybody else who may be just joining us for the first time, the importance of scales and repetition. So here we go. We're going to do the same lick. And in order to play the D6 lick, I have to hammer on the minor third of D to the major third. So I'm doing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then I pick up my hand to get the octave, right? In my left hand, I'm using 1 and 5 of the scale to 1, 6. Here we go. That's the first part. 1 and 2 and then 3. Now I'm going to pick up my hand for the second part and go to the minor third to major third. Minor third, major third, 5, 6. Again, 1 and 2 and then 3 and 4 and then, and now I'm looking for 5 and flat 7 of a of a D major scale to the 4 chord of a D blues, which is G and B. It's just the root of that and the third of a G chord, which is the 4 chord, 1, 2, 3, 4 of a D blues. And we end the lick minor third to major third, and guess what? In D in second inversion, da 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 dum. Holding that top note. 1 and 2 and then 3 and 4 and then 2 and 3 and then. All right, guys, let's go ahead and we've already talked about spelling the key signatures and the major scales. Let's go to the second lick, and this was going to start to feel very natural as we keep going. Let's do the second lick that we also did this last week, right? I did several videos on this. Okay, what's happening here? This is a C chord in second inversion, right? Just like we did in this lick, the end of the C6 lick does this. We do. Right here we do. Which is exactly kind of what we're doing here, but on the other lick we do 2, 3, 2, 1 fingering. But on this lick, we're actually sliding a third finger, minor third to major third. And then you do 5, 3, 2, 1. So you start off. Now let's talk about that. When you look at your sheet music, you're going to see the first note is a grace note, E flat to E, and then it's so if you're thinking 1 E, and it would be the triplet of an E, so like a 16th notes. The reason I tell you this is because the important thing is to get to, on beat 2, you get to the F and A, which is the 4 chord of a C blues. So listen to this. 1 triplet, 1 triplet. Let me make sure I'm doing that right. Triplet. I think it's on beat 2. Let me make sure. I want to make sure the way I'm playing it is the way I have it written out. So just give me a second. All right, so I'm looking at example 2. Yeah, so it's when I get to the 1, and the and is actually on the G. So 1 triplet and 1 triplet and 1. Okay, that helps me out. Okay, so what I'm doing there, guys, is 1 triplet and 2. So when I get to beat 2, I'm on the F and A. 1 triplet and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1. Let me do it again slowly. 1 triplet and 2. 1 triplet and 1 triplet and 1 triplet and 2. And it makes much more sense when we break it down like that. It makes more sense to me as well. So here we go. 1 triplet and 2 and 3 and 4. And now there are lots of different ways to even play this one. Like I could play it with different time feels, but also the New Orleans bass feel. We do 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. Doesn't that feel good right there? On F. And as you go to F, it's the same fingering. As you go to G, it's the same fingering. So here we go. Let's get back to work here. So we did this. 1 and 2. When you get to 2, you're on F and A, the 4 chord of the blues. I'm using fingers 3 and 5. And then guess what? It's just minor third to major third. And we've been doing that over and over. When I get back to da-da-dum, I'm on the C and G. And notice that my F and A line up with C and A when we are on the F chord. Okay, let me do it slowly one more time, then we'll go to D flat. 2 and 3 and 4. And all right, when we go to D flat, this is where it gets fun, guys. Just stay with me here. So we're going to do the same thing, except we're not going to do the minor third to major. That's kind of difficult to do the... So, and it's really even not it's not necessarily not necessary when you do the hammer-on keys, because a lot of times you'll be playing this lick really fast. But what I want to do is get you to just start on the major third. It's what I do, and I prefer it because you could, but it just doesn't fit under the hand that nice. So I like to start on the third. You still have to get to that triplet, right? What we're going to do is start your third finger on F, and you do 1 triplet and 2 and 3 and 4. And so I have to go D flat major. All right, let me find that second inversion triad. Third up to the 5th. There's my triad. 1 triplet and. Notice that when I get to that A flat, 1 triplet and. I'm on the and of 1. 1 triplet and. And then when I get to the G flat chord, which is the 4 chord in the D flat blues, there we are right there. And I end up I know what I was going to tell you guys is that I changed the fingering on something. Let me think. Yeah. Okay. I'm going to give you two different fingering options for this. One is 1 triplet and 2. So one, you could use 3 and 5 on the G flat, and then you have to get up into the keys and do 2, 3, 2, 3, 5, 1. But again, if you have trouble with getting up into the keys, you're going to do 1 on the E. So here we go. You could use 1, or you can use 2, 3, which is what I use there. But here's the other fingering, which I recommend on D flat. Okay, it took a little while for me to even get used to, is doing this. Instead of 3 and 5, I like 2 and 4 there, because your pinky, bringing your hand over, we may or may not get to that B flat. Sometimes we don't have enough finger there to make sure we're secure there on that crossover. So I like 2 and 4. Watch this. Let me do it slowly. When I cross over, it just feels really comfortable in this key. And then I go to 1, 3, and 2. And for my people out there with your fingers are a little bit more on the wide side, you're going to like that fingering. 3, 5, 2, 3, 5, 3, 2, 1, 2 and 4, 1, 3, 2, 1. Right hand only. Now spend a little time with that. We will keep doing review on D flat as well as all the other keys. But if you need to break it down, just do this today. Get used to that triplet. 1 triplet and 1 triplet and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1. All right, D major, we've already gone through the scale. We're going to find D, F sharp is our 3rd up to the 5th, and there's our triad, right? And this is a great exercise, guys. 1 triplet and 1 triplet and you cross over 3 and 5. I like 3 and 5 on this. And then it's just minor 3rd to major 3rd. And I like the fingering 2, 4 to 3 to 1. It takes a little while to get used to and to build up a little strength to do that. But the way you get it is by practicing it really slowly. 1 triplet and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 triplet and 2 and 3 and 4 and make sure you get to the second. When you're on the second beat, you're on the G chord, which is the 4 chord of a D blues, and you're at D to B. 1 triplet and 2. I like the way that feels to count that out, like 1 triplet, 1 triplet, 1 triplet, and 1 triplet, and 1 triplet, and 2. It's kind of hard to count like that. Triplet and 1 triplet and 2. 1 triplet, 1 triplet, and 2. That's it. 1 triplet, 1 triplet, and 1 triplet, and 2, and 3, and 4, and 1. Triplet, and 2. 1 triplet, 1 triplet, and 2, and 3, and 4, and 1 triplet, and that's not right. 1 triplet and 2. 1 triplet and 2. Sometimes it's just easier to play it, isn't it? But I always want to make sure I can show you guys exactly how to do it. And sometimes breaking it down is even hard for me. All right, 1 triplet and one triplet and one triplet and 2 and 3 and 4 and. But part of that lick, what's so important is getting that feel, that triplet there. And think of how much you're going to build up your muscles as you go through that. One triplet and one triplet and one triplet and one triplet and. That feels really good for my finger, working out my fingers right there. So guys, if you actually do what I just did, that's great practice for me to play just that triplet part even. Let's go back to D where we finished. And I want you guys to try this today. One triplet and one triplet and one triplet and one triplet and 2 and 3. All right. Guys, it's been awesome. I know it's been a longer lesson today, but just put it on in the background if you don't have time to practice today. But I want to say once again, thank you for trusting in me, to our team. We have 6 people that have signed up, and I know there's a little bit of confusion on us getting started. I'm kind of leaving this up this week for other people to join who are already in our practice group because there have been people that have signed up this morning, and I want to give our practice group a little time to understand what we're doing. We're going to this all access thing where I'm your teacher, and not only are we doing this course, Blues Volume 2, even though I said it was going to be, we had to get 20 to sign up. Right now we have 6. I'm always super transparent with you guys on everything, but with the 6 people we have now, we are moving forward. We're going to keep going, but we're going to do this stuff. We're going to do technique with 50 Days to Flying Fingers. I've already sent out some things to some of our people for that. And then another thing I'm going to do is I'm going to start making some really cool ear training videos and even scale videos. Like I'm thinking about doing this where we take a C scale, and you know the C scale, and we've written it out and you're learning, but how cool would it be if you had C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C, C, B, A, G, F, E, D, C, or I just did it in while speaking it, C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C, C, B, A, G, F, E, D, C. So how cool would it be to not only be able to practice it yourself without any kind of music or anything, but would it be helpful if I made videos or audio tracks where it just did it? So it's almost like you're learning by just listening to it, and then you start to really hear the keys. All right, have a great day. I'm going to probably do a live just for our other practice group, the one that we were in last month, just to let everybody know what we're doing. And then other than that, I will see you guys in tomorrow's video. So thanks again for signing up. I'm going to give my shout outs to all the people who have signed up in my live when I go through the list. So I think we have 6 people that are signed up, and I'm hoping that you'll take a chance and join us. All right, have a great day.